Revolution in 1789 thought so, and they have enjoyed 15 failed constitutions ever since. In defiance to the language of the preamble of our own Iowa Constitution, and indeed our national history, our current hubris-filled courts, in partnership with Democratic Senate leadership, would attempt to force those same failed principles of secular France upon us all. Or will we choose the third option that our founding fathers chose immediately when they disembarked the Mayflower? Option 3. Will we maintain a religion-sanctioned state, like that form of government welcomed by the founders and finally determined by the outcome of the Revolutionary War? There are only 3 options we have, and only one choice has produced the most powerful nation in history. The other 2 are miserable failures. And yet here we are, confronted by a predominant worldview antagonistic to Americanism and our freedom, one that promotes secularism as a new state-sanctioned religion. One does not need to be a prophet to hear the thunderous sounds of a coming national storm. Paul Revere need not ride through our streets in the cold night reminding us, shouting, "The British are coming! The British are coming!" Because tyranny is not coming to America. Without a holy interruption from wholesome, God-fearing people like you, America is returning to tyranny. It is not enough to stamp the knowledge of divine law upon our coins and our dollar bills. It was not enough to enshrine our Declaration of Independence with the sacred name of the Creator. Not enough to establish the hospitals of the nation, many of which still maintain the historic branding of all of our Christian denominations. It is not enough to have built thousands of Christian schools. It is not enough that we celebrate Christian holidays of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. It is not enough that we honor most of our dead loved ones in this country with granite grave markers carved with beautiful passages from the Scripture, even though much of the time the person buried likely never attended church or obeyed the authentic teachings of Jesus. Apparently, it is not enough to retreat into the cold 4 walls or ostentatious cathedrals, satisfied to merely treat the spiritual and emotional casualties of our dangerous society as they limp, hobble, and drag into church every Sunday morning, wounded by the minefield of a corrupt, sin-celebrating culture. Apparently, it is not enough to turn up your religious noses to the unwashed masses who now corrupt and exploit the privilege of civic power in all 3 branches of our republic. The Apostle Paul was correct when he penned Romans 13th chapter to remind us that the government must be the steward of the God-fearing. And those modern preachers, the curious teachers of civic abandonment, are dreadfully wrong. And let the state of our nation be evidence submitted to prove their guilt.